I kept my lines extremely loose, which made it feel less stiff and itchy. I like to approach design holistically, so one thing I'm doing is referring back to our previous design to inspire decisions. If these characters are diametrically opposed, we can turn edgy lines into soft ones and pointy shapes into round ones. Here are the results. For the color palette, we took some inspiration from Rococo-era paintings. Even if the revolution obliterated the style, its romantic quality was too compelling to set aside. We decked them out in powder pinks, so much so that you can almost taste the sweetness. Fun fact, some poses were inspired by the shapes of pigeons. Now, onto our last version, by far the most difficult to get right. So, our first design used text written in the wake of his demise, and our second, memoirs published long after the revolution's end. Surely you can see the problem with this. The first is pure propaganda, and the second, very incomplete. Historiography on Robespierre is extensive. Works published up until the turn of the century are generally very unreliable since most sources were influenced by partisanship. After Robespierre's fall, there was a rush to denounce him and his accomplices. Many politicians found it easy to wipe their hands clean by pinning all the revolution's failings onto him. This is speculation on my part, but that narrative stuck because it was so simple, clear, and direct. On the other hand, Charlotte's memoirs were published in the 1830s as we saw a resurgence of historical studies about the French Revolution. Over time, historians were allowed to study the period more freely, and more sympathetic perspectives emerged.